Hello, my friends. Good morning to you. Hope you are doing well. Briget Boyle here, founder of Unleash Your Voice. Realizing that my laundry room door is open, so I'm going to go close that and I will be right back. 1 second. All right. Okay, hello everyone. Sorry about that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing well. Again, my name's Briget Boyle. It's Monday morning, Vocal Vitamin, 9:30 a.m. every Monday. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Valentine's Day. Hi, Philia. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Philia's here from Brussels. Anybody else who's in the space with us today, you can throw your name into the chat and where you're tuning in from. All of the interaction is really fun for me and also really helpful for the videos, helps it get out to more people. So the more you talk in the chat, the better. Hey, Therese from Austria, so glad you're here. Oh, I'm a little out of breath. Whew. Well, that gives us a perfect way to start today. I think today, it is Valentine's Day. It is a holiday of that's centered around love. And I just had a really beautiful meeting with a friend of mine over Zoom, and we were talking about learning to love ourselves and like learning to turn toward ourselves and learning to listen to the parts of us that need love. And so I invite you to do that today. Hey, Zoe from Portland, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. And Paul from New York, also so glad you are here. It's such a fun thing to see so many wonderful people coming to these warm-ups every week. And so, yeah, with that self-love thought and idea of like how we can care for ourselves in the ways that we need, go ahead and put one hand on your chest and one on your belly. And maybe ask the question internally of, how can you show yourself some love today? And take a nice breath in. Hey, Eve, welcome. So glad you're here. Exhale. Good. As you're doing this, imagine that there's a string coming out of the top of your head that's pulling up and lengthening the back of your neck. Take a nice breath in, low into your belly. And exhale. And let's do one more. Breathe in. Exhale. Thank you, Zoe. You're so sweet. Now go ahead and bring your chin down toward your chest, opening up the back of your neck. And then from here, you can start to move your head side to side, opening up, checking in, letting your nervous system be relaxed, or at least head toward that. And if it feels moving to you as you breathe out, give yourself a nice sigh, connecting your voice to your body. Good. And then go ahead and roll your shoulders back. Get my hair out of my face. And then roll your shoulders forward. And then today, let's go ahead and stretch up. And then you can go from side to side, opening up the side body. And then bring your hands down. Hey, Travis from New York. And kind of bring your hands back to open up the front of your chest and really that heart space for Valentine's Day. Oh, my goodness, that feels good. And then go ahead and give yourself a little chest pounding, waking up the breath area, the heart area. Creating some energy. Hey, Nancy from foggy Berkeley. I imagine we're close to each other. It is really beautiful and foggy out today. But a nice temperature nonetheless. Now go ahead and roll your tongue on the inside of your mouth, sort of stretching it out. I was going to try to talk and have my tongue rolling around my mouth. That's not going to work. Then bring your fingers to your face and just give yourself a little face massage, kind of coming across the sinuses. If you want to do little circles, that might feel really good. If you struggle with allergies, I know there's a lot of allergies in the air right now as flowers are starting to bloom in different places. I know on the West Coast there's a lot of blooming happening. Yeah, so just kind of give yourself a little self-love here. And if you want to, you can also do some tapping, which feels really nice. Another place to tap would be like right in the center of your forehead, which could help maybe bring your nervous system into alignment. So just kind of play around, see what your body's calling for. And then take your fingers down to your jaw. Oh my goodness, that feels good. Always, always, always feels so good. And then let's go ahead and bring our hands to the back of our necks, kind of starting at the base of the skull and running your fingers along the cervical spine. A little bit of checking in, seeing how you're feeling. Oh, awesome. Now let's just do some humming and chewing, and we'll do it on actually some specific notes. So we're going to go and as you're doing this, play around with the placement. See if you're putting it in your throat, what that feels like. If you put it up in your mask, what that feels like. Also, you can play with putting it in the front of your nose. And then at the end of it, find some stillness. Breathe in. You should also feel the front of your lips buzzing. Let's let go of the chew and just do some humming. We're going to go a couple more higher, and as you're going higher and just singing this, just think about, imagine the sound being really connected to your belly button, to your sacral center, and see how, if and how that changes the sound. Awesome. Now just take a nice glissando on an ah. Oh. Now let's say a. Here, what we're trying to do is be nice and forward in our voices, kind of make a rainbow that comes out of the top of your forehead and all the way down. And yeah, just a nice relaxed feeling is what we're going for. So now say E. E. O. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Beautiful. Now hum and chew. Just feel how nice it feels to be alive and feel the vibration of your voice. Awesome. Now we're going to take just a little bit of highness and we're going to say, coo, coo. And what I want you to play with is really imagining that the sound is coming right out of the front of your nose. So we're going to get really nasally. It's going to sound probably really terrible to you, but what we're doing is just sort of accessing more resonant space. You can even scrunch your nose up if you're having trouble putting it up there. Now let's go. Good. Now let's just do a nice glissando to clean that out a little bit. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Let's see here. Let's go. Okay. The point here is to have the same placement for both and ah, right? So it's like the sound when you're making the you should feel it right on the edge of your lips, a nice vibration right on the edge of your lips. And then when you open up into the ah, you should have a nice resonant big sound, okay? I mean, not like super loud necessarily, but just a full tone, okay? So let's do this key one more time and then we'll move up. And watch your vowel. Keep that ah vertical. You can move your head to make sure you're staying relaxed. Whoops. Sorry. Woo! Piano just lost my fingers. Beautiful. Now just take a nice glissando. Oh. I think I've mentioned this before, but one thing I've been playing around with a lot of my students is this idea is when we're getting higher, that we're actually sort of thinking about aiming the sound down, which in effect, what I think it does is it kind of rolls the sound forward and maybe creates a little more space for the sound to resonate. Hi, Felicity. So glad you're here. And yeah, so, you know, if it's feeling like as we get higher, if you feel like you're reaching a ceiling, which is a pretty, you know, it's a common thing. And also the same thing happens when we get lower. The idea of like, oh, I'm sending the sound down might create a little bit more space for you to actually have higher notes. And then also the same goes for the lower part of the voice, where it's like if we're sending the sound upward and really having a nice lift, then we're able to create more space, really. In fact, I've been experiencing this really cool thing with my private students where we're playing with that, and it's like adding like a third or a fourth or even a fifth to their ranges. It's like kind of blowing my mind. So just thought I'd share that with you as just a mindset shift maybe, or just a mind opening a little bit. Hey, Margaret, welcome, or Peggy. nice to see you. That's probably, I think that's who that is. Sorry. Woo, okay, management of people and space and time. Speaking of time, okay, perfect. What do I want to do? Let's see. Let's do, actually, I have an idea. Let's go low. So we're going to start kind of high and we're going to come down and we'll say just, so I love using this minor chord as a way to go down in the range. For some reason, it feels super satisfying to me. And the vowel E is really nice. So with E, just try to think about creating space and see what happens as you imagine that. And as we go lower, also, yeah, that's funny, Peggy, that somebody would say it's Margaret. I don't know. It could be that you're logged into a different YouTube account or a different email address or something. Anyways, as we go lower, I want you to think about having a nice consistent tone all the way through and like a lift as we go lower, where your placement stays the same. And because what tends to happen is we tend to kind of drop down into our throats. And that creates a floor that we don't want to hit yet. We want to have a little bit of forward thought, like this forward rolling of the sound, sending it up. Those are the things to think about. And yeah, whatever. We'll just we'll go. So this is the part where it's really important to keep that placement high. Awesome. Now take a nice glissando. Hum and chew a little bit. Beautiful. Let's see here. Let's do our little dexterity exercise here. So we're gonna kind of run through some vowels. So we're gonna go yeah, let's just keep it as it is. Yeah. pointing the voice down, right? Kind of thinking about that downward trajectory. Let's do this one again. Yeah, yeah, one more. Yeah. Awesome. Now just take a nice glissando. Oh, humming and chewing. What I want to say about that exercise, you know, if you're struggling with it, if it feels like, whoa, Boyle, slow your roll, you're going too fast, you can always take, you can always come back to these videos and actually on the little, there's a little toolbar thing and you can slow them down. So you can sing along with it at like 75% of the speed. And that might be helpful for, you know, getting that dexterity rolling in your voice. And what that's good for is being able to sing melodies with fast movements in them or ornaments, or just, it's basically about getting flexibility and accuracy in your voice. So yeah, that's why we do that one. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Let's do this one today. So we're gonna go into a Bulgarian warm-up section. For anybody who's new here and who doesn't know who the heck I am, I've been singing and specializing in music from Eastern Europe since my early 20s. I sort of started singing it professionally when I was 21 and joined Kitka, which is a women's vocal ensemble. Kitka.org is our website. And since then I was in a band called Brass Menagerie and then also True Life Trio. And I've been, you know, learning how to sing this music from incredible master singers from the Balkans and from other parts of Eastern Europe. And Bulgarian singing is particularly of interest to me because when I first heard Bulgarian music and when I first started singing it, I felt like my soul had arrived in this way that I didn't really anticipate. And it's been a really incredible journey. So I'm so happy to share what I've learned about this music with people. And one of the things is taking choral pieces and pulling out little snippets of them and creating vocal warm-ups. And I find it to be a very useful help, like just a very, just a very useful exercise system. So here we go. So this is a sweet little melody and there's going to be a drone on half of it. So it goes like this. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Okay, so that's the melody. Before I break the melody or slow the melody down a little bit more, I also want to just show you the drone. So if you already want to just start singing harmony, you're welcome to do that. So it's just the same. You sing unison for the first line. Mari boyo le bella boyo, and then you stay on the drone note. Bella boyo le bel trendafil. Okay. So here's the first half. Mari boyo le bella boyo. All right, let's do that again. Mari boyo le bella boyo. And just to tune in on those ornaments a little bit. Mari boyo, mari boyo, bo, bo, bo. That's the shape of the ornament. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. So the ornament every time it happens is the same thing. So just relax into it. Don't worry too much about it. If you can't get it right now, you'll get it later because that's life, right? Here we go. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Now I'm going to sing the bottom part so you can sing the melody. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. And then as we're going forward, I just also want to say, if anybody's wondering what rhythm this is in a 7/8, 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Right? Okay, so let's sing that one again. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. 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 Let's just do one more. Mari boyo le bella boyo le bel trendafil. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go low in our ranges for some dragano dragancice. Again, if this is new to you, just listen and find it. It'll arrive in your body. In this one, you have 3 options. You can sing the top note, dragano dragancice, or the bottom note, dragano dragancice, or the melody. And if you're singing the top or the bottom, just say the words along with me on the melody. Okay? And the melody goes like this. Yeah, Nancy, love the harmony. The harmony's the best. Okay, here we go. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Let's keep it high. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. Dragano dragancice. One more. Dragano dragancice. My bottom range is a little limited today. Thank you all so much. We've come to the end of our warm-up. I hope you found it useful and exciting and fun. It sure is fun for me. If you have interest in showing some economic support to this work that I do here, paypal.me/Briget Boyle or my Venmo, Briget-Boyle. I greatly appreciate all of the contributions I get. It's very, very helpful for me. And I also want to say that mark your calendars for March 13th. I've got something really cool in the works for the workshop in March. So if you're interested, mark your calendar for 1:00 p.m. on March 13th. It's probably going to be a 90-minute workshop, and I'm going to have a very special guest. And next week, we'll be talking about it and announcing it. We're just kind of making our last-minute plans before we put it out into the world. So mark your calendars again, March 13th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I really am excited to see you next week on Monday. I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Take some time to send some love to people you love, and especially to the person that you love that sits right inside of your heart. Today's a good day to turn toward yourself and show yourself some love. So enjoy and take good care. Love you.